that kind of energy is embodied here by this next poet. Atomic, it doesn't even come close, really. 1,000 years from now, they'll see Janet's path and the scientists. What the fuck was that? It's quite unique and absolutely unforgettable. Janet Kuypers.
That was the most interesting intro I've ever heard. Thank you. And I have no idea if this is going to work. So I won't even worry about it. I wanted to first of all say thank you, and this is an honor to be here, and thank you to John, who's going to be doing some bass stuff, and I love some discordant, destructive sounding noise. I love being tall. I also happen to, not that I'm stealing the limelight from him at all, but I do this whenever I go to read. I have a few copies of what I'm reading tonight. Destruction Instructions, which if anybody saw on Facebook, I couldn't put the photo up. It's of me holding an AR-15, and they banned that off of Facebook, so I couldn't put the full photo up. So I have copies of this. If anybody wants, if that's not on, I just put that on for the hell of it. Is it even recording? I don't know if it is. So I don't know anything about that, but I was just screwing. It was an old camera, and I'm like, why don't I bring it and see if it works? But I have copies of this. And I don't know if anybody would like one, and I can throw like an idiot. I've got 5 copies of them here. She's pointing at it. She's like, hold on, we got, oh, sorry, I'll get them for you. And I should be going toward the back or something. If somebody, I see people, I got 3, all right, Dana, 1. There for you, and that one, give that to the gentleman behind you. And for you, my darling, they've got them, they're all done. And I just released this online as well, with a full color version of me holding that AR-15. And this is in homage to Patrick Hurley, because he would do chapbooks designed as with paper bags. He would take paper bags and use them for things. They happen to be paper that I would get for stuffing when I would buy proof copies of Scar's books that are coming up. And I said, I'm going to iron them like he does and put them into these things. And because, hey, Paul, I wanted to say that I also run literary magazines, and the music poem that you read, just because I couldn't get a chance to read everything off the book, I would like that for a future issue of CC&D, that music poem. And the first poem, if you were interested, of sending the first poem that you read to me, if you are willing, my darling. And she's like, yes, I'm willing. Because what was the last one I did of yours about a love affair with Jesus? Or what? Oh, it was awesome. Anyway, so I have fashioned 3 old ones and remodeled them, and I did 2 new ones that all relate to Destruction Instructions, especially when it comes to things like relationships. And John's going to give me the background stuff for it. But this first one is 101 Destruction Instructions, A Man Calls a Woman. Every time a man calls a woman a fox, he tells her she's meant to be treated like an animal. Every time a man calls a woman a honey, he tells her she's meant to be consumed. Every time a man calls a woman a girl, he tells her she can't think like an adult. Every time a man calls a woman anything less than a woman, he tells her who's the boss. So yes, we all know who the boss is. So you've done such a good job of telling us. Because every time a man makes a joke about rape or wife-beating, he issues a warning to women, and you've done such a good job of warning us. Because now it's all time to take it all back after the way you've treated us for millennia. Do you think we just sit back and continue to take it? Do you think we don't know how to use our voices? Do you think we don't know how to get help from our friends? Do you think we don't know how to use our bare hands, or use the court system, or use a gun? Like we don't know how to use our bare hands. Because if you want to insult us again by saying we fight like a girl, then let me correct you. We fight like a woman. And we fight dirty. This one, you think you have all power. You don't have any power at all. No, just kidding. This is 102 Destruction Instructions, self-destructive. I've been self-destructive before, and you liked me then. Should I go back to those days when it didn't matter who I was with? Because Why would it matter unless it was you? But I can't do that to myself anymore, because now it's about time to turn it all around. Because if you think for a second we're going to stay content with injuring ourselves, when really it's been so second nature to you to hurt us over and over again, justifying it, saying, well, that's just the way it always is. Because how were we self-destructive before? How did you like us when we did ourselves in, when we succumbed to you? Well, we're tired of acting helpless. You haven't begun to see how strong we really are. Because we've seen how you work, and I've said it's now time to turn it all around, because I'll use your tricks and make you self-destructive. And then the tables are totally turned. You'll feel how we women feel when the cards have been perpetually stacked against you, and you have no power at all. We are no shawl from India, which actually Elizabeth was saying something about facial creams. I read in the newspaper an article, this is total aside, that scientists have found a DNA marker that actually would reverse aging. And the subhead was, they're going to use it to apply to facial creams. And I'm like, you have a scientific discovery here that could be amazing for mankind, and you're going to do facial creams or anti-aging creams. Really? Is this what we're reduced to? What? What? This is 103, Destruction Instructions. Run faster. I keep doing this to myself. I keep coming back. I beg for attention. I don't know how to stop because I don't know how to be alone. So I keep giving you one more chance to make it perfect, one more chance to rescue that damsel. But I'm not a damsel, and I'm not being rescued. And I don't know which one of us lit the match that set this relationship on fire. I don't know which one of us turned the wheel of this semi and set the wheels in motion that started this 50-car pileup that caused this fantastic car crash. I don't know. You say it's my nagging, but if you weren't wrong all the time, you'd never hear me complain. And you can't yell at me for my accomplishments. I know I'm younger than you, and I made more money than you as an artist, so why didn't you win in the workforce? And don't yell at me when other men are hitting on me. That only means I'm good looking, and I have more male friends anyway. You should really get over yourself. I've always said we're perfect for each other. I don't know why you don't get that. And you keep bringing up all these bad points, and why do you keep saying that I'm twisting the knife in your back? If that knife's twisted, it's like my personality. Because at this point, even though I hate you, I'll never let go. So you'll just have to run faster. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much. These are two brand new ones, and this is actually, if you needed to talk to a therapist or somebody that needed to help you get over, oh, I can't stand being around them, what can I do, can you help me out? That's where this perspective is. This is 2015 Destruction Instruction on destroying a relationship. I know you came to me for assistance, and I know all I'm telling you are don'ts. But if you really want to get rid of them, follow these simple steps to destroy your relationship. Don't pay them any attention. I mean, when they ask you a direct question, sure, you have to answer them eventually. But just start going about your life like they weren't there. Forget you have plans together. Make plans with your friends. I mean, if the two of you aren't meant for each other, they're not going to want to hang out with your friends anyway, right? Oh, by the way, that would be a great rationale if they ask, why didn't you invite me along? Don't give them any space at your place, because you don't want them to feel like they have any permanence in your life. Oh, God, you've done that already, haven't you? They have their crap at your place, right? Or let me guess, they're trying to redecorate? Oh, God, that's worse. All right, is the stuff of theirs something of theirs that can be destroyed by accident? Because really, if you want to end a relationship, you have to cut any and all strings. I mean it. Oh, I was going to suggest that you should look like you have violent tendencies. Maybe clean your guns more. But then I realized that acting crazy might backfire on you. They could call the cops or something, and you don't want to deal with that load of mess. So don't go acting crazy to drive them away, as tempting as it sounds. When something goes wrong, it goes violently wrong, don't tell your partner that you don't want this to end. Don't say that you don't want this to be goodbye, because then you're giving them mixed signals. You're giving them a glimmer of hope that things might work out after all, because really, you want the point to be that it doesn't work out after all, right? Don't say you don't want to throw away your relationship, even if you do. Please, don't let them think that you've got anything vested in this anymore. And another thing, when something goes wrong, goes violently wrong, don't tell them you're sorry. God, no, that's the worst thing to say. Don't open the window for them to think that this might be your fault. I don't give a shit if it's your fault or not, but the last thing you do is to tell them that you're sorry for anything. I know they might cling. I know they might get desperate. But you said you wanted to be free. I'm only trying to help. You might not like it. This might seem counterintuitive sometimes, but the key is to not think about what you're doing. Yeah, it might hurt, but that's a point, isn't it? I want to thank Paul. This is so incredibly awesome, and I really love the book. It's so cool. This is taking like art and books of his. I'll let him babble on about how awesome it is. Just not me. No, or something. This is my last piece. And oh, by the way, I was talking about my open mic, or you were hearing things about open mic. You are featuring on April 29th. Which I believe at the Gallery Cabaret, which is right by.
Where is it, Janet?
Pardon me?
Where is it, Janet?
It's really close to the corner of Western and Armitage, and there are Oakton. Oakley. I'm gonna say Oakton because that's up by Skokie, I think. So see, every time you're around me, I'm gonna screw that up. But it's from 7 to 9. I think this might be a night that's from 9 to 11. So all those late bloomers are like, I can't get in there that early. This will be an awesome night, so you should definitely come. But now I'm going to stop talking about him. I'm going to stop talking about Mike. I'm going to go to this last one. Thank you very much. This is 2015 Destruction Instruction. Use drones to kill. The new arsenal for the U.S. military has been to use drones to kill Middle Eastern enemies. Because, you know, with drones for killing, we're free of friendly fire and are saved from sniper strikes. What a deal. But now those drones are used by Amazon to send your products to you. And those drones are filling up the sky, invading our airspace. The FAA is starting regulations. But who listens to the FAA anyway when drones with cameras are for sale to the highest bidder? Because I've got plans for my little drone. I'll take that camera off. I don't want it to film what my drone's gonna do. It might implicate me. Because my little hover drone will be armed with gun turrets and instructions of exactly which house to go to and of exactly who to aim for. Because, you see, I can keep my distance and let my technology do my work for me. As I said, as long as I set the coordinates right on your heart, the way you destroyed mine, I don't need to be near you to set my cover my tracks and set my destruction instructions. I'll watch that drone fly off to do my bidding, and I'll sit back, have a drink, and wait to hear of your ghastly death.
we have